So I've got a little preview before I do my Enchantress Ultimate Showcase video later on this week. And this is the first fight I'm ever using the CCP beta for. And I've been waiting to do this for a very long time. I've always wanted to fight a very large Serpent with my Enchantress because I love playing Enchantress. She's one of my favorite champs in the game to use, and I always enjoyed using her for Serpent. Haven't gotten the ability to do it that much, but when it happens, it's really fun. So I wanted to go fight this 1.3, 1.6, somewhere in that realm, million health Serpent here on the beta with Enchantress, and just have a pretty good time. And yeah, it goes pretty well. The fact that we're special spamming so much just means that his call force is just constantly low, and that's why I really like her for it. Just because of, again, the special spamming. So what we're going to do is go for a bunch of our buff control spells first, and then start with some greens, and then try to go for a special 2 here. We're going to refresh all the buff control stuff, that being our Charm, which is going to prevent his power gain, our Wilt, which is going to place an atrophy, reduce the buff duration, and a passive on us that is going to nullify a buff every 4 seconds that we're close to Serpent. And we can use that to get rid of his permanent fury, so he's just hitting us less hard. And then we'll start to ramp up the green spells. So we've got one that's going to allow me to evade knockdowns, and also be unstoppable on my dash attacks. One that gives me an ability to miss, and then we got secondary abilities that give me regen from block damage, and then regen from energy damage. It's just like there's so much going on in her spell book, and I just love how many little things she can do, be it buff control or support mechanics and stuff like that. There's just so much that she is able to do to just tank the Serpent pretty well. Because yeah, we're like 2 minutes in the fight now, and obviously his health pool still has a lot left because it's Serpent, and also it's Enchantress. She is one of the slowest ramps in the game. Let's not be ignorant here. But once we get the 4 and 4 for our buffs, or our spells, I mean, then we're gonna go ahead and go for the special 2 and just drop that for the rest of the fight, and we'll be doing some pretty decent damage. The burst damage that she does from the incinerate spells is going to be a little bit lower because of the fact that he reduces the damage of instant burst by a lot per dread, but that's fine. We're still doing a lot of damage with the crits. They're getting around some of his resistance up, although not as much as we'd like because his crit penetration is pretty high, but we're still controlling him very well. Because again, the power gain just doesn't mean anything. We're just going to regen like all the block damage he does, and he still only got 3 call force, and we're this far into the fight. And then once we get into the final phase, it's going to be pretty good. We're not going to be able to prevent the power gain because the Charm doesn't stop his death immunity power gain. However, we can just make it last barely any time, and then he dies from my incinerates right after. So he goes down. Obviously not really fast, but it's Enchantress, and you know, it's also Serpent. We got like one of the longest ramps in the game, and one of the biggest tanks in the game as well. So I just had a lot of fun doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and I promise you I'll have the Enchantress showcase out this weekend. I just need a little bit of time with college stuff. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.